Hello everyone, this is Mike from Dimensional Walking, and today I'm going to do my part 2 on my artificial intelligence experiment with BARD, Google's BARD. I did a part 1, and that was the 6 questions and answers from BARD to me about UFOs and aliens. So I did put a link to the to part 1, and this is being part 2. So you can check part 1 out if you didn't see it to get the answers from Bard on the interesting things of UFOs and aliens. So it was quite interesting. I think you'll enjoy it. So in part 2, looked like Bard, after answering the questions, wanted to ask me some questions. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Now I will tell you that I wasn't able to pick up all my answers. So I'm giving you kind of a short version of the answers that I answered. And I could have answered a lot more. Okay, but I didn't really know how much time I was allotted, and I didn't want to be cut off because I wanted to answer all the questions. So, anyway, so here we go. So this is, and Bart, I'll kind of read a little. I'll read a little bit of what Bart, asked, of course, in my answers, and some of the comments that Bart interjected after I answered some of the questions, and then some of the final things he said at the very end. Sorry about that. I meant to stay with the it or the Bart. So here he is. Yes, I have. Here it is. Yes, I have a few questions for you. One, what is the most compelling evidence you have seen that suggests UFOs are real? So this is how I answered it. I have seen many credible videos, and I've also seen with my own eyes 6 daylight and nighttime sightings, not including the fleet of 20 small ships that appeared outside of Albuquerque the day after the Phoenix Lights event. And this fleet was moving south towards Mexico. So that was my answer to that one. Number 2, do you believe that aliens have visited Earth? And my answer was yes, of course, 100%. I believe they've been among us for thousands of years. Number 3, if so, again, he's talking about the aliens. If so, what do you think their intentions are? And my answer was both good and bad. Depends on the aliens' agendas. Okay, now in that particular one, I could have obviously went into more things, but again, I thought I was under a time crunch here, so I didn't. Number 4, what do you think is the most important thing that the public should know about UFOs? Well, short but sweet. Be cautious. Keep your distance. If you have contact with the aliens, embrace it. I don't think you should be fearful. You should not be fearful at all. As I always say, being fearful, it makes you small, and being fearless makes you very big. So, anyways, that was number 4. And then he said, before he asked me these questions, he said, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on these questions, as you have a wealth of experience and knowledge on the subject. I'm not really sure where he got all that from. Maybe there was something I said or asked in the initial 6 questions in part 1. I'm not sure why he came up with that, because I didn't really answer any questions until now. So, anyways, and then he said, let's see, what was the other thing? And then he said, I have some more questions. I said, okay. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on these questions, as you have a unique perspective on the subject. Okay, so here are the other questions. The other three, actually, he had a total of 7. So I'm going to give you the last 3 here. Based on your experience, what do you think is the best way for humans to interact with aliens? Well, I think the way they should interact with them is kind of end up treating them as much as they can as fellow humans, although probably better, because I think these guys are a lot smarter than we are. But anyways, I did also add in there, I thought that if you meditated and you could ask for to contact with the ones that would not harm humanity. And it's really important anytime you're meditating or asking for something, be very specific. Exactly what you want, that's what you'll get. So you have to be careful asking for things. And you want to make sure in this particular case you ask for the ones that would do no harm to you. So anyways, that's what I said, and that was on the next question, which would be question 5. Question 6. Do you think that aliens have a potential to help or harm? Okay, it's sort of a little bit of a continuation. I think both. The answer would be both, help and harm. Some of them act very much like they're here to consume the emotional energy of us humans. Now, there's also been rumors, of course, that some of them actually have eaten human flesh. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that. There's been rumors. But I think for the most part, my belief is they're here, some groups are here to consume our emotional energy. Okay? And I write about this a whole lot. But there are other ones here that are strictly here to help us, basically to see if there's ways in which they can educate us and help us be better humans. Because let's face it, many of us are not good humans, okay? Are not good beings at all, okay? So that's how I answered that one. So the last question it asked was, do you think that the future, what do you think the future holds for humans and aliens? Well, down the road, let me just kind of go to the end. Down the road, I believe that humans and aliens and artificial intelligence will combine to form the future being. And my comment was hopefully on the good, passionate side. Because I really believe there will be this combination. I believe that the hybrids basically are the combination of humans and aliens, of course, and then the addition will eventually be the AI component. So, anyways, that's how I answered it. And then after we finished with those 7 questions, then BARD said, "I agree with your assessment. It is important to be aware of the potential risks and benefits of interacting with aliens. I think it is also important to be optimistic about the future and to hope that aliens will help us to survive and thrive. I believe AI and the humans are to work together to create a better future for all." Of course, he is one of the AI, I betcha. So anyways, I had thanked him for the conversation. I thought it was really good. I told him happy trails until we meet again. And then he said, "Thank you for the conversation, Mike. I enjoyed it as well. Happy trails to you too." So it was an interesting experience. I may do it again sometime. We'll see. We'll see how your response is to this, to what I did. If it seems that a lot of people liked it and they viewed it, etc., I will probably go out and try to do a little bit more and think of some really cool questions to ask. But it was a good experience. If you get a chance, go to Google's BARD. I think you have to go on a waiting list of some sort right now. But I think I was on a waiting list for about a week, and then I got my opportunity to go in and ask some questions, as you see in my 2-part series here. Anyways, all that said, if you have any comments, please comment here or at dimensionalwalking@gmail.com. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time. Bye-bye.